Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Forum, Barber Parlor, 5519 Yonge Street. Welcome to my house. So we're in a bubble. Raps are down 0-2. How do you think it's gonna fare out? What do you think?
I don't know. I feel like when you see what happened in those losses, it was like the perfect storm. When you have Lowry, Van Vliet, and also Marc Gasol going out, those are all the bad things that needed to happen for us to lose by 3.
Right.
So I think going forward, I think the Raptors rally back. I think understanding that Pascal Siakam in this new role, kind of being forced to be number 1, he has to adjust. And I think Nick Nurse is the coach to kind of recalibrate and bring everybody right back to the playing, where they were all season.
Going down 2 against Boston.
Yeah.
It's nerve-wracking that we don't have time to not hit shots. And against Boston, I mean, you've got to, I don't want to say flawless, but you have to have fantastic defensive performances, not on one guy, on 3 and now 4, because Marcus Smart. I don't think you ever want to play with desperation, but the Toronto Raptors need to win at least 2 more ball games in a row right here.
We've been spoiled, right? We know how it feels to be a winner, but I really do think we can, I feel that we could pull the next 4 out, like sweep the next 4.
Well, when you look at, like you're kind of stopping, you look confused, you got the red, you got the green on. I'm not too sure what's
It's the last lap, it's the last lap. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tier Zero, it's the last lap. Honestly, I really think that the Raptors can pull it together.
Yeah.
The guys take their lumps, like you mentioned. It's not the Nets.
Yeah.
It's not even Orlando last year, for that matter, right? It's Boston, it's a really good team. It's a team that has a lot of weapons that you never know might happen.
And like to say, we've kind of been in these territories before, being down 0-2 to like the Milwaukee Bucks last year. But I think the difference between the Milwaukee Bucks and also the Celtics is we know how to neutralize that star. We do a great job of defensive switching. But when you get killed by a team that can kill you with 1,000 pricks, different shots coming from different places, and you have to readjust every single time, that's where the trouble is for the Raptors. And I hope they can figure that out.
Hot take, I think the Celtics are actually better than the Bucks were last year. I mean, I just think they were, that the way that they play in the playoffs, like this is tougher. This is a tougher team to come back against. They have guys that will make you pay every single time. And usually we're the team that does that, right? Yeah. Unfortunately, we're just, at least through the first couple games, we're just not shooting the ball well.
Right, no,
and
I got you.
You can't win series with just your defense.
Right. So, East is great, we're in Toronto. The West, who do you guys got?
Gotta go with the king. You have to go with the king. You gotta go LeBron.
I thought you meant Elvis Presley. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, long live the king.
I said the king. Listen, I heard you say the king.
That's old school. I'm down with it. Best school.
I mean, but I still think it goes through LA one way or another, and it goes through Staples, and it goes through that guy with the crown. I really think it's the Lakers. They're running off full cylinders. KCP woke up. Danny Green is still trying to pull it back from what he did in the finals. That turnover kind of had him shell-shocked, but yeah. I think the Lakers pull out.
I want to agree, and that's always my immediate reaction is LeBron. How do you ever doubt LeBron in the playoffs? But I just think, the Clippers, and maybe I'm just not paying attention to the West, but I think I am. I feel like they've been quiet, which is a good thing in the playoff. You don't want to be loud the whole time, right? That's exhausting.
Yeah.
I think that they're okay with just kind of taking care of business, so I'm excited. I do think it's going to be an LA final.
There was something about that Dallas Mavericks Clippers series that I'm not sold on the Clippers. Just seeing like a team that was just so depleted, give so much effort and keep these games close and win, and to the point where some games, maybe if the ball dropped another way, the game is completely different. So I think when it comes down to consistency and who's actually showing ahead of steam as far as we're using what they did before to what they can do in the future, I think you got to go with the Lakers.
I got the Clippers, man. This guy Kawhi Leonard, man, the kind of numbers he's putting up, man, is absolutely incredible. He picks up his lunch pill.
It's consistent.
Consistently consistent. He comes to work every day with his lunch pill. He plays the game and goes home. He doesn't play loud. He plays effective. You look at LeBron James play, not loud as in he bangs the ball loud, but he plays loud. Kawhi Leonard at the end of the game, you're like, hold on, he scored 39 points.
That's what I mean. I think they have the weapons and the tools, and I don't want to say quiet because they've been successul, but they've got a different type of focus to them because they haven't had to deal with other distractions.
But I don't know, something about when you see the offensive schemes of the Clippers boiling down to either Kawhi going to the line or Pandemic P, who's building his own bubble with his bricks. And I think you can neutralize that when it's a one-play possession every single time. I think going forward, it's going to be difficult for them to kind of rise to the occasion and get to the finals.
So of course, we got the big topic now, the boycott. I mean, I've never seen this ever in my life watching sports, How do you guys feel about the boycott?
I love that the players have now realized that the power lies with them. And they're taking that power and they're saying, hey, listen, man, you love black bodies, you're gonna have to love what like our struggle. You can't just love what we do. You have to love who we are. You have to embrace everything, and you have to listen to us. And I think it's cool that these players in this generation understand that and use their voices and platforms to speak on things that they truly care about.
What's irked me a little bit is the narrative that this has been a time of reflection. No. The NBA players were going to sacrifice their livelihood to make a point.
Right.
And I think that that's the thing that we have to remember. And change is happening, having stadiums used as polling sites now. The last 6 months to me, what it's meant is the power of good or bad leadership. Leadership is so important. And right now, our elite athletes, to me, are some of our biggest leaders in the world right now.
The fact that we're able to boycott together, including the WNBA when they wore the shirts for Jacob Blake and had the bullet wounds on the back of that shirt, just the fact that they're showing unity itself, as opposed to before where it's like people are saying Kyrie should be by himself, no one's banding together as a team. But them being together, them doing that as a unit, it's a great thing to see. It's a great thing to keep pushing forward.
People always quantify strength in numbers, so it can't be like one guy just sitting out boycotting. It's got to be a team, it's got to be the whole league. I mean, which is exactly what we saw. And the NBA kind of forced other leagues to kind of stop. So this has actually touched, the whole continent. I mean, and I'm pretty sure it's worldwide too. I mean, we're not overseas, what the case would be, but you look at places over in the Middle East, war-torn countries, where you go to vote, and there's a guy with a machine gun who's outside the voting box telling you who to vote for. It's the exact same thing that's going on in the United States of America, where you can't even vote. They're making it hard for you to vote.
Mailing stations gone, everything, UPS.
Stations are gone. You can't even go post your vote.
And that's
where
what
the
it's
NBA
about.
players are saying, listen, we want change. So let's kind of get this eased up a little bit. I hope we're ready to get your haircut now. I mean, I've been waiting.
Yes.
it's been at least a year since I have you at the barbershop.
Well,
You ready?
for a while.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay.